Hello everybody, Dylan Cliché here. Welcome to another episode of Dylan's Disney Movie Reviews. Why don't we skip the prologue and get right on with the review? Released to Disney Channel on September 14th, 2001, the movie is... The Poof Point. The film starts with Eddie Ballard, played by Taj Mori, telling the viewers about his life.
Did you ever imagine what your parents were like when they were kids? Hard to imagine, right? Or if you're like me, you just assume that they were born parents. Well, they weren't. Trust me. The only thing scarier than imagining your parents being young is actually having to live with them that way. And that's exactly what happened to me. Science fiction, you think? Oh no. This is my neighbor. Average, right? Average house, average sister, average friends. And now for you non-believers, meet my mom. And my dad.
Naughty man, man.
Hey, I told you this wasn't science fiction. This is my life. And it's all because of the Poof Point.
One morning, Eddie and his sister Marie, played by Raquel Lee, are not happy about their parents being scientists.
Well, at least the primary...
Told you the proton generator was over torqued.
Norton, I'm telling you, it's the electronic ignition system. Are you two all right?
We're better than all right. Marie wanted the verge of a breakthrough.
It sounded more like a breakdown.
Oh, no, dear, we're fine. Well, it's as your father always says. Science is rarely pretty.
Look, please just be sure you're ready by 1 o'clock.
For what?
Told you they wouldn't remember.
Our graduation?
Duh.
I can't believe you guys.
Well, we knew that. We were just putting you on.
Yeah, gotcha.
Their parents, Norton and Marigold, played by Mark Curry and Don Lewis respectively, are testing their time machine with 2 goldfish, but then their dog, Einstein, sees a cockroach, follows it, and knocks the vector modulator out of the machine, and without it, the test fails.
Fatal error. Fatal error.
What is going on? They're still here.
They're supposed to be back in September of 1863. Well, this makes no sense.
I mean, we went over the calculations 57 times.
58, Norton, if you count reviewing the data in my dreams. I'm supposed to go off without a hitch. We have got to go. The graduation?
What graduation?
Gracias Aratus, de-aged to 2 months.
The family then goes to Eddie and Marie's middle school graduation, where Norton does an experiment with the principal's glasses.
The photoelectric effect.
What's going on?
If incidental light is composed of discrete particles of energy called photons,
You're forgetting that.
then the energy of each photon is proportional to its frequency. So in order to free those electrons, we catch the light and move them through time, which proves the possibility of time travel. Watch carefully.
Fire! Oh, dear, oh, everything, help him! He's on fire!
Later at home, Norton and Marigold see that the fish are gone, thinking that they went back in time, but they were actually unborn. So they try bringing them back by going back through the process again, and...
Attention. Time arrow systems error. Beam refracted. Unknown variable. Systems not communicating. Danger. Vector modulator displaced. Danger. Vector modulator displaced. New specimens identified. Specimen Homo sapien. 1 male, 1 female. Combined weight 177.27 kilograms. Ages 40. Metabolic and Analysis complete. Begin time travel. Caution. Specimens de-aging mode. Subjects de-aged to 21. System shut down.
Eddie and Marie then enter the lab, and Norton and Marigold don't know who they are.
Funny, Dad.
Dad? Why'd you call me Dad?
Good joke.
Hold on, I see what's going down. Now, this is one of my mother's practical jokes. Now, she put you kids up to this, didn't she? Didn't she?
Mom, you know Grandma's at the Mahjong tournament in Sacramento. Did you two get hit in the head or something? It's us, Eddie and...
Wait. Don't tell me. Edison, Newton Ballard, and Marie Curie Ballard.
All right, good. So you do know us.
No, I don't know you, but I do know my meddling mother's sense of humor. Now, Norton, how many times have I told her? At least 1,000,000 times. I am not going to have children until I finish my doctorate.
Eddie and Marie take Norton and Marigold upstairs and try to get them to remember who they are, and they look younger in the mirror.
Foxy. You look foxy.
Oh, come on. You really don't see it, do you?
Eddie and Marie take Norton and Marigold back down to the lab and have them try to fix this while Eddie and Marie go upstairs to make dinner.
You know, Marigold, I bet what we're looking for is tied directly into that last goldfish experiment.
But Norton, those fish didn't de-age. They just disappeared.
That is what trips me out. What if they started by de-aging and then...
Oh.
Poof.
At dinner, Norton and Marigold tell Eddie and Marie what happened to the fish.
They didn't go time traveling, they went poof.
What?
They poofed. Well, in layman's terms, they regressed themselves right out of existence.
That's layman's terms?
Wait. So you're saying that the fish got younger and younger until finally they disappeared?
Exactly, right on.
Is what happened to the goldfish gonna happen to you? Are you two gonna poof and disappear too?
Marie, chill out. Nordikins and I, we are going to carefully examine the data downstairs, determine where the experiment went wrong.
And fix it. Do we have any colleagues? Anyone who would know anything about this?
No. I mean, this was all part of some top secret scroll something or other grant. That's why the college moved your lab into the house.
All right, so do you have any idea of how long until you poof?
Actually, we do, to the precise second. We calculated the time it took for the goldfish to vanish, factoring in their life expectancy versus ours. In a worst-case scenario, we'll reach poof point at precisely 6:01 tomorrow evening.
So all night, Norton and Marigold try to figure out what to do, and just when Marigold figures it out, she and Norton de-age to 14 years old.
Are you two all right?
I'm super fine. I don't know who you are.
Subjects de-aged to 14 years.
So now Norton and Marigold don't feel comfortable with each other.
So now you see the nightmare we found ourselves in. And as it turns out, that was nothing compared to what happened next. Our parents turned into hormonal teenagers just like us. And we had to deal with them.
In Eddie's room, Norton plays Eddie's guitar.
Norton, you play the guitar? Since when?
Since forever.
And Marigold's in Marie's room talking to her.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know.
Well, doesn't it look like this on you, though?
No. No, I mean, yes, it's just that you just kind of, you look fine.
Yeah, well, how can I expect you to relate? I mean, you're beautiful.
Everyone says I look like you.
Oh, yeah, I wish. I mean, I am a science geek, Marie, who looks like a science geek. But wouldn't you think that a guy would want to be with someone who was his intellectual equal? I don't understand why Norton feels so threatened by me. But I tell you one thing, I am not going to dumb myself down for him. No. In the name of all the sisters in the movement, I will never, ever do that. Not for Norton Ballard or any other dumb guy.
Lady and Marie then tell their parents that they're 40 years old and about the poof point.
If you don't start believing me, you're gonna poof out of existence. I won't have parents, and you won't have a life. And I'm sorry to be dumping all this on you, but if you're not gonna be the grown-up, who is? I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, you are just a little too intense. This is all too heavy. And I feel like my head is just about to explode.
Oh, believe me, Mom, I can relate.
Oh, don't call me Mom.
Later, Norton and Marigold go out and Eddie and Marie go out to find them. But then Mrs. Cook takes Marie over to her house and shows her what her parents' experiments have done.
This was from one of their experiments a week ago. And the Longmans lost a pair of precious lawn gnomes. The Broberg's crystal chandelier is in a shambles. The Franzens claim that their dog has lost all bladder control.
Obviously, we realize it's not your fault that your parents are...
A little eccentric?
Well, I was going to say freaks, but that's okay.
Cooks then mention Corky's petition, which has already been signed by over half of the neighborhood.
A petition for what? Unless they cease and desist operating a scientific lab in a residential neighborhood, we'll bring out a county inspector.
And file a motion to have your family evicted.
What? But you can't. I mean, not now. Definitely. Oh, not now. You see, Look, whatever you think you have to do, you just can't do it today. Believe me. Please.
Eddie has found Norton, and they go back to the house where they play guitars. Marie and Marigold come home, and Marigold takes some advice she got from Chloe.
Chloe Weber is the meanest, most gossipy girl in our whole class.
Wait. Didn't she think it was kind of weird that our mom was acting like she was 14?
Well, Chloe was very clear that these days, if a girl really wants something, she does not have to sit around and wait for the boy to make the first move. So,
What the heck?
what do you say, Norty?
About what?
Norton Ballard, will you go steady with me?
Norton then goes into the greenhouse, and he doesn't want to go steady with Marigold.
The countdown clock doesn't care about any of this. It's ticking. Look, I'm sorry if you're gonna have to put your little anxiety attack on hold, but it's getting really crucial here.
I'm a teenager. This is supposed to be the best time of my life. And all I'm feeling is pressure. And I can't handle it.
You're not the only one that's having a little bit of trouble with this. Newsflash, being 14 has never been easy. Ask any of my friends. But you have to come out and deal with it.
Okay, I'll come out.
Thank you.
After compromising, Norton and Marigold figure out what to do, and they get into position.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time arrow machine engaged. Prepare for departure.
homework. I just push undo. Eddie, this isn't homework. This is a complicated scientific...
Shutting
Mom!
down.
Dad!
Ignition sequence plus delta X added to X squared.
Same theory as the fuel injection rocket we made in the 7th grade.
Are you guys okay?
Well, we did send a hamster soaring over a mini market using this equation.
Shouldn't be that different.
It's all set. Just push enter.
Wait.
Code loaded. Press
We just did this, and it didn't work.
After that failure, a bunch of kids arrive at the house for Eddie's audition and they party.
If only that stupid time machine was working, I'd be sending myself back to last week.
You know? Wow, what a rush.
Well, we figured out the problem. It definitely has to do with the machine. You okay?
Meanwhile, Mr. and Mrs. Cook across the street are watching and they go inside to call the police. Their daughter Lizzie, played by Haley McCormick, goes over and she's upset with Marie for not inviting her.
Look, there wasn't even supposed to be a stupid party. It was my mother's idea.
Your mom's. Look, if you're gonna blow me off, you can at least come up with a better lie.
Look, can we deal with this later? Because I really need to go talk to Eddie. And besides, I happen to be telling you the truth.
Really? That's so cool. My parents would never let me have a party. They'd be too afraid someone might mess up their perfect house or ruin their perfect bond. Do you know how sick to death I am of trying to be perfect?
Let me guess. Really sick?
So sick there isn't a doctor on the planet that could cure me.
Well, look, if you want to go to the party, I mean, you can.
Really? Thanks.
Norton and Marigold come upstairs and they have found out that a piece of the machine is missing, which caused them to de-age. But then...
And what?
More hiccups. And you know what that means.
Marigold, what was he going to tell us? What was he trying to say?
He just wants us to...
Oh, no. Mom, not you too. Mom, no.
Wow. Tripping.
Okay, get back in the lab, you guys. Come on, both of you. Now, come on. I gotta go get Eddie. I gotta go get Eddie.
Marie talks to Eddie, and then Norton and Marigold come back up, and now they've de-aged down to 7 years old. And then... Eddie destroys the thing with a tennis racket, and he and Marie take Norton and Marigold downstairs. Mr. and Mrs. Cook arrive with the police to arrest the Ballards, and then Lizzie talks to them.
The Ballards may be a little strange, but they're also incredibly wonderful. Stuff happens around here for no apparent reason, and it's so cool. This whole party was Mrs. Ballard's idea. You guys won't even let me have friends over for milk and cookies.
This only serves to confirm my worst suspicions. The Ballards are a dangerous influence who should be removed from our neighborhood. Officers, I want you to arrest these people at once.
Mom, just in case you haven't noticed, spontaneity isn't a crime. Besides, if you do get them evicted, don't ever expect to speak to me again.
All right. No need to ignite World War III here. Now, you call this party to a halt, and we will consider giving your family one more chance.
Gladly. Well, you heard the man. Party's over.
After the guests leave, the family searches the entire house for the vector modulator. While doing so, Norton and Marigold de-age down to 2 years old, and they're running out of time, and then Marie finds something out.
The whole time I was looking for the vector modulator, I was thinking, even if we find it, what if that's not the only problem? And then I remembered what Mom said about how they originally calculated their formulas, and then promise not to tell any of my friends. I actually started to think like a scientist.
No way.
I know.
So, what'd you figure out?
This whole density and mass stuff, it wasn't based on Mom and Dad's weight. It was based on the weight of the goldfish.
Oh no! Is that bad?
Oh, it's gotta be. I'm betting we're gonna have to redo all the math, or we'll never get him back.
Eddie goes upstairs to get the bathroom scale. Norton approaches Einstein and finds the vector modulator. Eddie comes back downstairs, installs it, but then Norton has to go to the bathroom.
Can't you hold it? Oh, this is just great. Man, we don't even know if he's toilet trained.
Norton, do you know how to use the big boy potty? Oh, since we're way close to Poof Point, I'm gonna go with the theory that there's a first time for everything.
Marie takes him into the bathroom while Eddie gets everything ready. Then Norton finishes peeing and gets into the machine with Marigold, with only 1 minute left till Poof Point.
Enter.
Sector ready for time retrieval. Time arrow machine engaged. Prepare for departure. Specimens identified. Specimens Homo sapien. 1 male, 1 female. De-aging in progress continues to 1 year. Subjects de-aged to 6 months.
Are you sure you did it right?
Subject de-aged to 3 months. Subject de-aged to 2 months. Danger. Poof point in 10 seconds. Danger. Poof point imminent. Poof point. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So it worked, and Norton and Marigold are back to their current ages.
Marigold?
Norton?
What? What? Oh, my word. Did we, in fact, take ourselves to the very brink of Poof Point?
You remember?
Well, just bits and pieces, son.
It's all extremely fuzzy.
After that, the Ballards start acting like a normal family and doing normal things like
Having barbecues,
What you got?
playing music, and taking trips. We just returned from a little time traveling back to 1975, where I got to play bass with Bob Marley and the Wailers. Now that's smooth and cool. Peace, man.
And that was the Poof Point. What did I think of it? It's totally awesome! In the end, I give this film 4.5 stars out of 5. Well, that's it for the Poof Point. Be sure to join next week when I'll be reviewing the Disney film about Dick Van Dyke stranded on an island. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button.
Did I say something about making a pee-pee?